In the quiet town of Amokwi, a village tucked between green hills and the flowing waters of the Izigu River, lived a wealthy man named Ichiobina. He was a prosperous farmer, blessed with yam barns taller than most houses and palm oil drums that filled an entire hut. Like many men of his time, Ichiobina had two wives, Ngozi and Amora. Ngozi, the first wife, was calm, soft-spoken, and industrious. She bore Ichiobina 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls, and raised them with discipline and love. Amora, the second wife, was younger, strikingly beautiful, but known for her fiery temper and cunning ways. She had given birth to only one son, little Chimeli, but she guarded him jealously, as though her entire life depended on his survival. From the beginning, Ngozi and Amora never saw eye to eye. Ngozi was content with her life, pouring her energy into her children and her farm work, while Amora always wanted to outshine her co-wife. She dressed more flamboyantly, painted her face with woolly designs even when there was no festival, and constantly sought Ichiobina's attention. One harmattan morning, when the dry winds were blowing dust across Amokwi, Amora's jealousy reached its peak. Ichiobina had just announced at the village square that his first son with Ngozi would soon be initiated into the Ozu Title Society, a sign that the boy would inherit a large portion of his father's wealth. Amora felt her heart twist like a rope. "How dare he choose Ngozi's son over mine?" she hissed as she sat in her hut that evening, pounding bitter kola into powder. "Does he not know that Chimeli is also his blood?" That night, while the compound slept, Amora went secretly to consult a native doctor in the neighboring village of Mpolego. She carried a cock, a bottle of palm wine, and a wrapper as payment. The medicine man listened quietly as Amora poured out her bitterness. "I want Ngozi's son to fall," she said, her eyes glinting with malice. "I want my child to rise above them all." The medicine man gave her a charm wrapped in red cloth. "Bury this where he treads every morning," he instructed, "and watch as his destiny fades." The next day, Amora pretended to be sweeping the front yard. She dug a small hole near the footpath Ngozi's son usually took to fetch water, and buried the charm. Weeks later, the boy fell mysteriously ill. His once bright eyes dimmed, his strong body became frail, and no medicine from the village healer seemed to help. Ngozi wept day and night, praying to Chokwu and the ancestors to save her son. But the truth cannot stay hidden forever. One fateful evening, as Amora's son Chimeli played near the footpath, he stumbled and dug up the red charm with a stick. He carried it to Ngozi's hut innocently, saying, "Eneni, see what I found." Ngozi's heart stopped. She knew at once that this was no ordinary bundle. She called Ichiobina, and together they summoned the elders. When Amora was confronted, her hands trembled, and her eyes darted like a trapped lizard. Under pressure, she confessed her wickedness. The entire compound erupted in anger. The elders declared her an outcast of trust. Though she remained a wife, she lost all honor. Ichiobina moved her into a separate hut at the edge of the compound and warned her never to meddle with Ngozi's children again. As for Ngozi's son, once the charm was destroyed and cleansing rituals were performed, his health returned. The boy later took the Ozu title and grew to be a great leader in Amokwi, remembered for his wisdom and fairness. Amora, on the other hand, lived the rest of her days in bitterness. Though she had her beauty and her son, the villagers whispered whenever she passed by, "There goes the wicked co-wife." And so, in Amokwi, mothers told their daughters the tale of Amora as a warning: jealousy burns brighter than fire, but it consumes only the one who fans it.